Hey guys, welcome back to this place, and if you are new, then welcome here for the very first time. I'm Carmen.
I'm Calvin.
And we are going into season 2 of Avatar, finally.
Book.
What? Oh, book. I thought you said something else. I was like, excuse you, don't say that and get me demonetized. Think about it. Anyway, we are starting season 2. And I am really excited. I can't believe we've already finished an entire season of this show. I'm excited to see where we go from where we are. I don't want to ramble too much at the beginning, so let's just get started.
All right.
Okay, we're back here.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a dream sequence thingy. Oh. He looks really cool like that, though.
I was in the Avatar state, but I was outside my body watching myself. It was scary.
This amulet contains water from the Spirit Oasis.
The water has unique properties. Don't lose it.
Thank you, Master Paku.
Aang, these scrolls will help you master waterbending.
They're no substitute for a real master.
Like Katara.
Mm-hmm.
Sokka? Take care, son.
I was gonna say, he's gonna be like, I don't have anything for you.
This is what I've been missing. Who knew floating on a piece of driftwood for 3 weeks with no food or water, and sea vultures waiting to pluck out your liver could make one so tense?
I mean, I would assume that it would do that.
I want my father not to think I'm worthless.
I'm sure he
Your
does.
father's worthless.
Why would he banish you if he didn't care?
What?
That came out wrong, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh god, is this his sister?
Fucking litters. You know how I feel about litters.
Princess, I'm afraid the tides will not allow us to bring the ship into port before nightfall.
I'm sorry, Captain, but I do not know much about the tides. Can you explain something to me? Do the tides command this ship?
No,
I mean,
Princess.
they can make your ship
And if we were
crash.
to have you thrown overboard, would the tides think twice about smashing you against the rocky shore? Maybe you should worry less about the tides, who've already made up their mind about killing you, and worry more about me, who's still mulling it over.
You're stupid. Like, why would you not
Her
listen
logic
to your
is
advisors?
flawed.
Yeah.
I mean, the very thing that she uses to threaten him is what threatens her.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
Stupid.
I am General Fong. And welcome to all
Fong?
of you, great heroes.
Fong.
Appa, Momo,
Appa.
brave Sokka, the mighty Katara.
Mighty Katara? I like that.
Dang, big in the heroes welcome.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine what it feels like to wield such devastating power. It's an awesome responsibility.
I try not to think about it too much.
You're ready to face the Fire Lord now.
What? No, I'm not.
Aang still needs to master all 4 elements.
Yeah.
He could defeat the Fire Lord now!
But
He
sir,
can't.
the thing is, Aang can only do those things when he's in the Avatar state.
But with you leading the way, as the ultimate weapon, we could cut
Dude.
a swath right through to the heart of the Fire
You
Nation.
literally only have to wait like a few
Right,
more months.
But I don't know how to get in or out of the Avatar state.
So it's decided then. I'll help you figure out how to get into the Avatar state, and then you'll face your destiny.
No, that was never
nothing's
decided.
We already
Yeah.
have a plan. Aang's pursuing his destiny his way.
While you take your time learning the elements, the war goes on.
It's been going on for 100 years. A few
That's
months
the
isn't gonna.
infirmary. And those
too
soldiers
much more.
are the lucky ones. They came back. You could end it, now!
But he can't.
Think about it.
All he's gonna do is end his life, and then everybody's gonna be dead anyway. Like, it's just such a short-sighted. Why is everybody so short-sighted right now?
Have you thought about our discussion?
Zuko said.
I'm in. I'll fight the Fire Lord.
That's stupid, though.
There's a right way to do this. Practice, study, and discipline.
Or just glow it up and stop that Fire Lord.
If you 2 meatheads want to throw away everything we've worked for, fine. Go ahead and glow it up.
Katara, I'm just being realistic.
In an ordinary warrior, it improves strength and energy tenfold. In you, It may induce the Avatar state.
May.
Tenfold energy, huh?
Is it like espresso?
Is it working? Is it working? I can't tell. Somebody tell me if I'm in the Avatar state, because I don't have a good view of myself.
Oh my god.
Still not glowing.
That was pretty good though.
Look at these magnificent shells. I'll enjoy these
He's just on
keepsakes
vacay.
for years to come.
We don't need any more useless things.
Hello, brother.
Oh shit, how
What
did she
are
get
you doing
there?
here?
In my country, we exchange a pleasant hello before asking questions.
You're from the same
Have you become
freaking country.
uncivilized so
Calm
soon,
down.
Zuzu? Father's changed his mind. Family is suddenly very important to him. He's heard
That's
rumors of
untrue.
plans to overthrow him. Treacherous plots. Family are the only ones you can really trust. Father regrets your banishment. He wants you home.
Doubt, highly doubt.
Father regrets? He wants me back?
I can
No.
see you need time to take this in. I'll come to call on you tomorrow.
I'm already 100 years late. Defeating the Fire Lord is the only way to stop this war. I have to try it.
I can't watch you do this to yourself. I'm not coming tomorrow.
But it's
Good night.
not gonna work.
After 3 long years.
Arrow, you know better.
Unbelievable.
It is unbelievable. I have never known my brother to regret anything.
Father's realized how important family is to him.
No,
he
he
cares
hasn't.
about me.
I care about you. And if Ozai wants you back, I think it may not be for the reasons you imagine.
You don't know how my father feels about me.
Things are not always what they seem.
I think you are exactly what you seem. A lazy, mistrustful, shallow old man who's always been jealous of his brother.
Excuse you? That is uncalled for. Attack on the only person that's actually been there for you your whole freaking life.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle, you've changed your mind.
Family sticks together, right?
He's trying to keep an eye on you. Even though he doesn't believe
We're
it.
finally going home.
I can only reach the Avatar state when I'm
I
in
feel like he's
genuine
gonna hold
danger.
him prisoner or something.
Men! Attack the Avatar! I believe we are about to get results.
He looks crazy. Those are cool.
I'm not your
It gets-
enemy. I won't fight you.
Those not horse things.
Brother,
Me as Iroh.
uncle, welcome. Set our course for home, Captain.
Home.
You heard the princess. Raise the anchors. We're taking the prisoners home.
Yep.
Your Highness, I...
You lied to me!
Like
I
I've
mean,
never done that before.
Good bird horse thingy.
Me earlier.
Maybe you can avoid me, but she can't.
I can't move. Don't hurt her.
Katara! No!
You could save her if you were in the Avatar state.
I'm trying. I'm trying. Aang, I'm sinking.
I don't see glowing.
Dude, you're clearly evil.
I don't need to do this.
Apparently, I do. It worked! It worked!
Yeah, you're about to regret that so much. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing Iroh came with him.
Your friend is safe! It was just a trick to trigger the Avatar state! And it worked!
Dude, you're so stupid. Like, I literally can't. This whole place is gonna be destroyed now.
The Avatar state is a defense mechanism designed to empower you with the skills and knowledge of all the past avatars. The glow is the combination of all your past lives, focusing the energy through your body. If you are killed in the Avatar state, the reincarnation cycle will be broken.
Oh,
And
damn.
the Avatar will cease to exist.
No pressure, though.
I'm sorry, Katara.
It's not your fault.
You'll never have to see me like that again.
That was almost perfect. We just have to find out a way to control you when you're like that.
You're out of your mind.
I guess we'll figure it out on the way to the Fire Nation.
Anybody
Thank
got
you.
a problem with that?
Yeah.
You want an escort to Omashu?
I think they're
We're
good.
all set.
Yeah.
Anyone who harbors these traitors will face the wrath of the Fire Lord. There will be no place left to hide.
I mean, everybody who exists faces the wrath of the Fire Lord, so... He's gonna cut his hair off? Are they disguising themselves? Or is that, like, more meaningful? Does that have, like, a meaning? I don't know.
From what I remember about like Japanese and Chinese culture specifically, cutting off one's like top knot or something like that is a sign of like deep humiliation.
Oh, yeah. I think it's also partially probably to, like, alter their appearance so they don't look like the photos or the drawings circulating around.
Let me double check. Like, it's an old tradition that signals some kind of dramatic life-altering change.
Okay. So they're, like, saying goodbye to their past selves and saying hello to whatever the future holds.
Yeah, male samurai wore their hair in a famous top knot style that became emblematic of their status in society. If a samurai was to abandon his societal role, either to join the priesthood or to choose life as a peasant, for samurai were later times forbidden to work the fields and thus could quite seriously starve if unemployed. Such a man would cut off the top knot and undergo a dramatic decline in social status.
Okay.
So in this kind of case, they're casting off their heritage.
Yeah, their ties to
their
the
ties
Fire
to
Nation.
the royal family specifically.
Yeah. Which, like, good riddance, honestly. Like, obviously we've only met Ozai briefly in passing, but if Azula is any indication of what he's like, you know, we don't need that. We don't need that kind of negative energy in our lives. Like, I feel bad for Zuko because I know that, like, it's very foolish for him to believe what she said, but at the same time, it's his father, it's his family, it's his home and his everything, right? His people, his life. So I feel like anybody who was given the opportunity to return to that would feel the way that Zuko did, you know, like they would kind of ignore the obvious, like, hey, this doesn't really make sense. You heard what Zhao said, right? You got banished. You know the kind of person your dad is, but at the end of the day, it's still his dad. So I think that he has that kind of blind spot. And especially, like, he talked about Azula before, you know, his sister, and the different ways that they had been treated. So I feel like he should know better than anyone that
she seemed to have a more favored position with their father because she was better at firebending.
Yeah, but she also, like, based off of what we've seen of her in this episode, but also in the past, which presumably is the same version of her that Zuko saw, like, she's not a nice person. Like, she's not gonna go on this errand out of the goodness of her heart and like try to find her brother. Like, if she did, she would have done it a long time ago. That's why he sounded so familiar. I knew I recognized General Fong's voice. It's Daniel Day Kim. Like, that's why it is.
Yeah.
I couldn't place it, but like I knew it sounded really familiar to me.
Yeah,
but
there's a lot of really
Sorry.
pretty famous actors
Yeah.
in this that do voices and stuff.
I wonder also, like, I don't think that he did it on purpose, but I'm pretty sure the same captain guy, or maybe he's not the captain, I don't know, but the soldier guy who was like, oh, I'm taking the prisoners, you know.
Yeah.
I think he's the same one that she was talking to, where she's like, oh, maybe I should just like let the tides kill you because they already decided that, but I haven't yet. You know, I think it's the same guy, so it kind of would be.
That's the captain of the
Yeah.
the ship that she commands, that
So-
she's riding around on.
So it would be kind of funny if like he did it on purpose, like accidentally on purpose, like, haha, screw
Yeah.
you don't get what you want because you were an asshole to me.
I mean, even if he did it accidentally, like, he's going to face extremely dire.
I was gonna say,
punishment.
like, he should just leave with Zuko and
Right, he
and
should cut
Iroh
off his hair
because-
too.
Yeah, because he's gonna be screwed. Because again, she does not seem like the kind of person that
I mean, she was threatening to throw him
forgives
overboard for not
for literally nothing, for
running
telling
the ship aground.
for literally telling her like, hey, I'm a captain, I understand the sea, this is, you know, not great, we should wait until nightfall for this. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, you're gonna try to give me your expertise when I don't know anything? Fuck you, and I'm gonna kill you if you don't listen to me, even though I don't know what I'm talking about and you do.
Yeah. Ignore your better judgment to do what I want you to do, or I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah,
Like,
it's so stupid. Like,
yeah.
I mean, clearly she's meant to be an antagonist in the story because there's been nothing to show us any sort of endearing aspect of her so far, you know? Like, all we've seen from last season was her being happy that Zuko was embarrassed by their father in the fight, you know? Like, she was happy about that. Then she, obviously in this episode, was an asshole to, you know, Zuko, but also Iroh, which is, you know...
Yeah. Extremely disrespectful.
Yeah.
And antagonistic. And
I mean, Zuko had his moment of being huge asshole to Iroh as well, but I feel like his is from a place of a desperate desire to believe what his sister is saying, you know?
Yeah.
He wants to go home. He wants to believe that
it's the hope.
Yeah.
That one day everything will turn out how he wants it to.
Yeah.
And that, you know, all the tribulation and suffering that he's been put through is worth it.
Mm-hmm. That he'll be able to gain his father's respect back. That he'll
His
be
love.
able to gain his love
His
back.
position.
Yeah. Which the
His
thing
honor.
is, like, you don't have to... And of course, you know, he's a character, which I actually really like the flaw of his character of sort of... I don't know if it's a flaw, but it's like he wants his father's love and approval, which is something he's never going to be able to get because his father's love is very conditional, as we've been shown, you know. Iroh loves him and cares about him and considers him a son, you know. And his love is unconditional, which is how a parent's love should be. But clearly Ozai is not that kind of parent if he's, you know, he only loves Azula because she does what he wants and she, like, brings honor upon the family, you know. If she did what Zuko did, I feel like he would have no problem doing the same thing to her that he did to Zuko, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. But I like that, I mean, it makes sense from, like, a psychological standpoint that Zuko would desire love and affection and all that stuff from his father, even though he hasn't been given it, and there's no indication that no matter what he did, he would get it, because, again, it's a very conditional kind of love, clearly, but it makes sense, because, like I said, like, when you're a kid, you just want your parent to love you and care about you, you know, like, that's not, you can't really be logical in that sort of situation, because...
It's an irrational desire.
Yeah.
Even when rational senses are telling you that it's not possible, it's not true. Like, you want it so much more that you're willing to believe whatever to you know, make it true.
Yeah. And, like, the thing is, like, it should be true. Like, as a parent, you should just love your kid no matter what.
And that's the hope of the child that Zuko was exhibiting here.
Mm-hmm.
He, you know, as soon as Azula left, he was like, yeah, like, my dad wants me back, you know, it's finally happened, like, you know, I'll have my place.
Yeah. Which Iroh, of course, being an adult and, you know, understanding who his brother really is and stuff, knows that that's not
even
true.
beyond like Azula's behavior, which they haven't been in the Fire Nation for 3 years. So Azula could have changed drastically in that time, but he knows his brother better.
Yeah.
And, you know, Ozai has never regretted anything.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I am excited to, you know, see where Zuko and Iroh's story goes now, especially because, as you know, as I stated many times last season, I kind of hoped that Zuko would at some point join Aang and Katara and Sokka and like the good guys.
The
and
gang.
Yeah. And sort of like become a part of that fight against the Fire Nation. So this kind of makes it seem like that could be more of a possibility because, you know, what is their allegiance to the Fire Nation now? What is their allegiance to Ozai?
Yeah.
And these people who are trying to take them prisoner and potentially kill them. You know what I mean? So I feel like it would be a cool arc, especially because, you know, Iroh is a very well-known general for the Fire Nation, obviously. And so for him
the Dragon of the West.
Mm-hmm. So for him to turn against the Fire Nation would be a pretty big deal and pretty interesting to see happen, which would obviously be what I want, but you know, I don't know.
And he wouldn't be the first general to...
Like that guy at that taught Zhao, right? Wasn't he? And he...
Zhang Zhang,
yeah. So that would be cool. And obviously it would mean even more to see like Iroh and Zuko turn because they are a part of the royal family, you know. They are... Anyway, I just think it'd be interesting. There's a very loud car outside.
Overcompensating.
Most likely. Anyway, I also really liked Aang's storyline in this episode because we learned something new, which is very interesting. And that is that if Aang is killed in the Avatar state, then it will stop the line of avatars, right? Like they'll be wiped out.
Normally when an avatar is killed,
it just goes to the next in
It goes
line.
to the next nation or bender, and they will become the avatar.
But if he's killed in the Avatar state, it severs
the line of
the
regeneration ends.
Yeah.
And all of the former avatar spirits and whatever
because in that state
like
they all lent him the power that they had in life, and that's why he's so strong, right? He's like 1,000 avatars strong or something.
He has like all of the knowledge and power and strength and everything of the previous avatars.
Yeah. Which is cool, but also it's like, I feel like this is a secret that Aang should not tell anybody. Maybe not even Katara and Sokka, because I feel like maybe nobody needs to know this, because then it could get out and then people could try to kill him in the Avatar state, because then that solves that problem. You know what I mean? Because otherwise, like they were talking about, like Zhao was talking about last season, we can't kill him because then the power will just go to the next avatar. Then, you know, we don't know who it is and we're back at square one again. But if Zhao had known that, like, he could have killed Aang and then he could have done all that shit that he was going to do, and it would have been really bad.
I mean, he was trying to kill Aang anyway.
Yeah, but he didn't know that new information. I feel like he would have been even more motivated to kill him in his avatar state. Like, also, I feel like we need to talk about General Fong, right? And what a fucking huge idiot he was / is, I guess. Like, because he's not dead. But he's just so stupid. Like, I knew that Katara wasn't, like, dead. Like, he hadn't killed her. He'd probably, like, just, you know, put her somewhere or something.
Yeah.
So that wasn't surprising, like, when he brought her back and everything. But it's just, like, in what world?
It also wasn't surprising when Aang just blew up his fort.
Yeah. What's what I'm saying? Like, in what world does it make sense to you? You're like, okay, Avatar state, you can do all this shit. You can do, like, you can defeat an entire army by yourself in the Avatar state. Let me piss you off to get to that point, and then not expect the repercussions to fall back on me.
Yeah. Well, he was expecting Aang to be able to go into his avatar state and have all of the cognition and
which he already told him
reasoning.
He didn't.
Yeah, but he was hungry for a weapon. He saw Aang, and he was.
I understand.
He was just power hungry. He just wanted to use him as a weapon.
I think too, it's desperation as well. Like he said, he is kind of between a rock and a hard place. He keeps sending soldiers out. They come back, or they don't come back, and they're dead, or they come back and they're severely injured.
Yeah.
And he has no way to really stop this from happening. It's just something that he has to keep doing and doing until his soldiers eventually just don't come back at all, So I can understand the desperation of being in that situation. But at the same time, it's like he just needs to do like these couple things and then he can do that. Like you already waited 100 years.
Yeah.
You can wait like a little bit longer.
But he's seeing it as, well, look at what you did here. Like, you don't need to do the rest of that. You can just do this. And that would be good enough.
But he's not right. Like, I just...
No.
Okay, I understand you think that. But I defeated... I'm Aang in the situation. Like, one... like, one army. Like, one... I don't know what they're called. Like, battalion. Or whatever. Of the Fire Nation army. There's still all of this. Navy. Okay. Soldiers. You know what I'm saying, though. Like, I've defeated one section of them. And, like, there's still all of this sections of them. And the Fire Lord. Like, I took one game piece off the board. But the board's still freaking covered in other game pieces. Like, I can't... But it's... His logic doesn't make... Like, I understand... Like what you said, he's just power hungry. He's like, hey, you could just go straight to Ozai and kill him, and then that would take care of everything.
He's not looking at all of the other pieces on the board. He's looking at the one piece on the board that matters, which is the king.
Well,
he's trying to checkmate.
Take the head off the snake and then the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about all those other pieces because the war would already be over.
But I'm like, okay, if I'm this guy, I'm like, maybe I trust the Avatar when he says... Like, I need to do this before I can do that. Instead of being like, no, but this is what you need to do. I'd be like, excuse me, who has talked to all the other avatars in existence? Not you, so shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just like, I mean, I understand, like you said, like, he sees this powerful thing, and again, born of desperation, to try to stop his people from dying and to just end the war in the way that he thinks would be the easiest. But I feel like maybe Katara and Aang didn't explain because they were like, no, he's gonna do it his way, which is like, maybe explain that his way is the only way that's actually gonna work, though, because it's like, it's not like I'm just stuck in my ways and I want to do it this way and not this way when both ways would work. It's like, no, but literally only the way I'm gonna do it is gonna work.
I mean, I feel like they explained it well enough. He just wasn't at all listening also.
I mean, that's true.
It was like, yeah, I don't know how to do what you want me to do. So it's decided.
Yeah, I know. It's like, no, literally nothing is decided.
Yeah.
Nothing. The opposite of that is happening. I'm excited for this season, though. Like, it seems really good so far. I'm definitely really interested in Zuko and Iroh's story and where it's going to go from here. I feel like I really, really like Aang and Sokka and Katara and their story, of course. But for me, like, I don't know. I'm just the tiniest bit more invested in like Zuko and Iroh just because I feel like, I don't know. But I'm invested in everyone. Like, but I'm really excited to see where their story goes from here because they've had such like a crazy story so far, and now they're kind of having to start a whole new story, and we have Azula in the mix, and she seems, if not worse than Admiral Asshole, at least as bad as him. Is he dead, by the way? Because like, I don't want to see him again. Imagine the two of them together. It would be unwatchable.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't be, but like, I would be very annoyed.
Anything else?
No, I don't think I have anything else. Could have been more Appa. Could have been more Momo. Momo was very cute though.
Yeah.
Like when Katara's like, oh, maybe we should see what all that noise is, and he's like, I'm just gonna go back to sleep. Do you mind? He's like a cat.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what's that? I don't care. Do you have anything else to say?
I have so much more to say.
That you can say right now after season 2, episode 1?
No.
Okay. Good. Okay, so that is all that we have to say for now. Of course, we will be back next week with season 2, episode 2, and I'm sure we will have more to say at that time. Thank you so much for watching. If you want, you can like and subscribe, comment, chat with me, all that stuff. If not, live your life. Do you.
Push Patreon.
You can also watch the next episode right now on my Patreon, so you can go there if you want. Link is in the description as always. And thank you so much for watching. I think I already said that. Till next time. Bye, guys.
Are you pushing them away?
No. Say bye.